Oh my God, what the hell is this? He's gonna try it! And will this be enough? My God, take
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Ruckus Wrastlin. I'm Josh, alongside my tag team partner in this journey, Justin Toner. How are we doing today, sir?
Not bad, not bad.
Yep, we had wrestling matches over the week. Yeah. Storyline-wise, not the best. Pretty eh. But the wrestling was good across the board as far as the in-ring stuff. Yeah, I mean, shout out to that tag team match on Raw. We'll get into that. That was awesome stuff.
Yep.
There, but
a pay-per-view from AEW this weekend,
right? Yep.
We got more. We got another one this weekend from NXT Saturday Night Halloween Havoc.
Yep.
Over later.
All that fun stuff there, but we got injuries, and it all felt like it happened all at once. So Seth Rollins, I believe, did have successful surgery.
Yes.
He was shown, I think, with like an ice cream cone and a bear and with a sling, and I don't know.
He posted it to his Instagram saying, like, basically, now the recovery begins.
Right. Which he could potentially miss WrestleMania, which sucks.
Depends on if it's a rotator cuff, he's going to be out for probably past WrestleMania.
Yep. Jacob Fatu had some mishaps with the dental procedure. So it'll see him sidelined until next year, apparently. They did write him off the show on Smackdown, basically the way that we figured. They said the match was going to be going on, so maybe people tune in. Oh, maybe they're not. And then Swerve, he gets attacked backstage, and you can tell they pivoted. They tried something just to make up for it.
We'll go over that in a bit when we get to Smackdown. Yeah. It sounds like from reports where that Jacob's hopeful he wouldn't be out too long, so hopefully not. For him. But they definitely emphasized. They showed that there was they had like a bunch of like fake teeth laying on the ground with blood, to So
So you've got. I'm just saying, on SmackDown you have Jacob Fatu. On Raw you have Braun Breaker.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get into my thoughts on why I'm bringing those two guys up. Of what kind of where we're going, and then the last one, which we don't know yet. If it's legit or Swerve, some people are trying to say it's a Swerve, but she had to give up her titles, which is Sol Ruca having another. She injured her knee in the tag team match that they had on SmackDown.
Some people are wondering, like, is it a legit injury or it's not as bad as they're making it out to be? Because for storyline reasons, I don't know. We'll see. But I saw after SmackDown, there was fan footage showing her, both Charlotte and Zarya helping Sol to the back, and she was limping. After
all four of them were awful. I mean, obviously Charlotte and
Alexa. They were all there. The other three were helping make sure she was all right as they walked to the back. Yeah. So, we'll go more in depth, but it's like she's on NXT. It was revealed she's not medically cleared to wrestle and was not going to be able to defend the title. And so for storyline reasons, Zarya is going to be defending the title in her place against Blake Monroe at Halloween Havoc. And we'll go more into that when we get to the NXT recap. So I hope it's not too serious. I mean, obviously it's probably something that she's not going to be able to wrestle for a bit, or else they wouldn't be doing this.
Right.
I hope it's not a storyline because, like I said, people were skeptical about Seth really injured after the fake out with the knee injury so he could pull off the surprise cash in at SummerSlam on Punk with the briefcase. So people are skeptical, whether is it legit or does it work these days? So I'm going to lead toward it's legit until it's proven otherwise. So
and she already had an ACL.
So that's why I'm concerned. Hopefully it's not too serious.
It stinks. But hopefully speedy recoveries for all three of them because they obviously Seth Rollins no explanation. Jacob Fatu has a bright future, and so does Sol Ruca.
Yeah, Seth's injury is going to cause them to have to rewrite a bunch of storyline stuff.
Yeah, literally, you can tell the way SmackDown and Raw were going. Seth was the main focal point of kind of where they were going with their big matches, and now they are pivoting upon pivoting. Now, the last time they did a big pivot, it worked, but The Rock's not involved, so it's not going to be as intriguing. But let's just see what they do. Hopefully, they don't put it in a computer system and then they follow what the computer says, because Dave Meltzer, I think, was the first one that kind of came out and said that the head of one of the big creative people that they hired has been they've been trying to use AI to book matches. One of the matches that they put in there said that Bobby Lashley should, I don't know, it was something crazy.
Yeah. But later was SRS others did debunk it. They're not using it to do creative stuff, mostly for like art and other things, which some people will still have a problem with, and that's understandable. But
correct. I guess on the level of
like, oh great, Gronk is now going to be running SmackDown. Great,
right?
Well, maybe it'll do a better job.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the extra writing team that they're bringing in to help Road Dogg was the I don't know. That being said, the SmackDown that we got after they said, hey, new people are getting around Road Dogg was one of the best SmackDowns we've had in quite some time. But obviously, AI, we are not fans of it when it takes away from human jobs. Not a fan of that. No one likes people replacing things for a computer when it's art. Guys, art shouldn't be a computer creating it. It should be a human being. That's what makes art. Is the human behind it. And then because you give more respect for said art. If it's just a computer punching out stuff, it looks good. Cool. It looks good, but it misses something. Much less you take a job away from someone that has went through years and years of expertise and practice and stuff to earn the right to get paid for their expertise, and not just some computer that someone coded in the back room. But I am sure glad they debunked it, because that was causing a whole lot of uproar. If they were saying that Triple H was booking or just leaving it up to an AI to book it. If this has been going on for a while, because Triple H is booking while people get on it, it's been consistent of, that's how Triple H books. Like, we've kind of gotten to the way of how Triple H books his shows and how they kind of drag out. Sometimes they seem kind of middle of the road, like average at best. Most of them are, but when he has those, but it's always leading up to this one show or this one moment. Sometimes you don't get it, sometimes you do. It just stinks because they tease like every show is a must watch when sometimes it's not.
So it's not.
And
we've been dealing a lot with of this with both WWE and AEW shows lately, and WWE seems to be turning a corner, and we'll see if it stays that way. AEW still needs to work, though. So, they don't
have to work on their in-ring. They need to work on everything else around it.
Yeah.
Because their in-ring, awesome. Can't always
that's
like
not the problem. It's
not the problem. It's not the talent. It's not the in-ring work. It is everything around it. We'll get into AEW there as well. So, but Justin, did anything when they first said that, obviously we're like, well, this is bullcrap. What happened to the wrestling that I love if they were using AI to book shows? Obviously some people did say, well, Tony Khan should be using this, not WWE, yada, 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 whatever. I still don't want an AI booking a show.
Amen to that.
It's one of the things that we liked as soon as we got older and getting used to what the business was being the booker. Like, how will we book this? What will we do with this? How will we do with that? It's our fan fiction when it comes to wrestling that we love so much. And just to try and guess what a computer is doing is a lot. It loses some of the fun out of it. Obviously, it just loses all the element, all the heart that goes into it, and why we like it. But I guess my question would be, if there was AI already going, was there anything that you saw that said, okay, that's an AI booked
no
card?
No.
Right. Because some people were saying, well, how long has this AI been booking shows? Because based on what Triple H is doing, I was like, no,
Yeah, people were freaking out before it was debunked.
Right. I was like, guys, cool the jets. Let's wait. Because unfortunately, when a story hits the internet, you got to give it at least 12 to 24 hours to let Sean Ross Sapp and Wrestle Talk and PWI, all those big time dirt sheet writers, journalists or insiders, how you want to say it, to get down to the bottom of it.
Yep.
So thankfully we did. I still don't like AI being involved in any type of art, which I said earlier. But at least right now, it's not booking. But to me, I never once said like that seems like some computer generated bull crap, because Triple H, like I said, has been consistent, has his style. We know his style of booking, and I've yet to see something that differs from that. Like just as we know, like that's a Vince McMahon booking like show. It's all over the place, swerves, doesn't let anything breathe, yada yada yada, and doesn't give women time to wrestle. But that's nor here nor there. But I guess we only took like 10 minutes here, so I do want to give a shout out to TNA as they're bringing back the Brother Nero and Broken Matt Hardy. I did see that.
Yeah, we'll get to that on NXT because that was kind of a surprise.
So I did appreciate that. But man, I was really hoping to see Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu, like just series going forward.
Yeah, the only other bit of news is that I'd forgotten that it was going to be this late, but Money in the Bank was going to be originally scheduled to be at the end of August next year. They announced that it's going to actually be in the first week of September 6th, in New Orleans. So, congrats, New Orleans. But really weird that they're having Money in the Bank that late in the year post SummerSlam. It's like we've gotten so used to it being in between SummerSlam and Mania. So, interesting decision that they're having Money in the Bank that late in the year. Don't know what's up with that, but we should see what they have, what show that they do in place of Money in the Bank in that middle summer period next year.
Gotcha. It's interesting. I wonder if it has anything to do with the new ESPN deal, and so how they kind of lay out and structure how they want their pay-per-views to be done. I don't know what beyond that. The fact that, that doesn't surprise me, but right after SummerSlam, so what are you, because it's nice for Money in the Bank because SummerSlam is the first big, will they cash in or not? And now it eliminates that cash in.
Yeah, so now we're wondering, like, if they do that, it's like, could a cash in happen at Survivor Series, the Rumble, or at Mania again?
Right. It just takes SummerSlam out of the question. But it has a year to do it. So SummerSlam, it's WrestleMania is the big cash in.
Yeah.
Right. But now SummerSlam could be the big cash.
Sometimes we've had, like this year we had a cash in at SummerSlam. Like sometimes we've had the cash ins at SummerSlam.
Right. Yeah. So it's
or sometimes later than that. Tiffy's did hers after SummerSlam last year, just before the new year.
Right.
Actually, was it January? And then so this year, both the cash-ins got spent like before. Well, it's like Naomi's did hers at Evolution, and then Seth did his at SummerSlam. So,
yeah. So interesting to see. But that's all I got for that. Anything TNA worthy since we're right at the top of the show?
No, they're still doing like recap behind the scenes stuff because kind of like giving their talent a break before they head to Full Sail. I believe they're going to be spending some time at Full Sail.
Okay. Well, just let me know when Wesley shows up with the Rascals, because that's pretty much inevitable on that. But on SmackDown, we had Cody Rhodes open the show with a promo. Started with losing to Seth Rollins at Crown Jewel, his injury, and then turned to Drew versus Jacob Fatu, number contender match later tonight. Winner will face him at Saturday night's main event. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair defeated Sol Ruca and Zarya to retain the women's tag team championship. Sol Ruca was helped to the back limping after the match. More on that injury on NXT, much less what we talked about at the top of the show. Ilya Dragunov defeated Sami Zayn to win the United States Championship. At first, The Miz tried to answer the U.S. title open challenge, but Carmelo Hayes came out to attack him, and they brawl to the back. Then Ilya's music hit, and he answered after being out for over a year, injured. After the match, the MFT showed up and attacked Ilya and Sammy and laid them out. Solo Sikoa cut a promo, and then the Wyatt Six showed up for a stare down with the MFTs. Motor City Machine Guns, hey, they exist again. Defeated the Los Garza. Nice little match there. And then the main event, Drew McIntyre defeated Cody Rhodes by DQ. And how did that happen? Because Jacob Fatu was shown to have been attacked backstage and laid out. Drew came out asking to be declared number one contender and later said he didn't take Jacob out when Nick Aldis came out and accused him of the deed. Cody came out all pissed off and decided to fight Drew. The bell rang, making it an official match. They fought, and the DQ happened. Cody and Drew had to stare down from a distance to close out the show. So this was a break glass case of emergency. Let's just make some stuff up to get to Drew and Cody, which I don't know. They might have gone to a no contest and had a triple threat, honestly, with Cody, Jacob, and that, because I don't know why you would like Jacob was on his rise, right? Like why would you not do that?
Yeah. But now it's all moved because Jacob's got to be on the shelf for a bit, and so that they came up with a way to write him out. Now we have the classic mystery attack angle. You know, who laid out Jacob Fatu, because Drew said he didn't do it. Even though Drew is a heel, and of course, it's like heels can lie. Drew isn't the kind of one to make up a fib like that. If he took out Jacob, he would have bragged about it.
Right.
So that sets up a lot of interesting theories. A lot of people have had some theories. The top ones are that it was either Randy Orton, or it will be later revealed that it was Cody to do a Cody heel turn at a point in the future. I'm leaning toward it being Randy.
Yeah, it's probably Randy. With Jacob with the bloodline, it could have, Rikishi could be involved. We don't know. We don't know. You can't rule him out. But interesting to see. But obviously, I want Jacob Fatu back in the wrestling ring yesterday.
Yep. Hopefully he'll be back soon.
We can get that. Are you looking forward? Are you actually excited about this MFT Wyatt Six stuff, or is it fine because they have a lot of people? They have a lot of people.
It's not doing anything for me, bro.
Okay.
It's not doing anything for me.
Okay.
I mean, if it's I don't know about it. It seems like some of the fans are into it, but I'm not into it right now. And dear God, help us if that ends up being the men's War Games match at War Games, because that's gonna suck. Because that's not gonna have any kind of heat.
No, it's not gonna have any heat whatsoever. Motor City Machine Guns, Los Garza. The fact that this tag division is so talented, but yet is just they have done nothing with it, or at least they've tried.
Yeah, I think the Wyatt putting the titles of the Wyatts is kind of like put a stall on the tag division.
Yeah.
So, but they're trying stuff. I mean, they had Machine Guns versus Los Garza. They're teasing DIY against Fraxium again. So,
yeah,
as long as we get some movement, like at least have them, doing stuff on the show. That's important.
This is why we need. This is why at this point we just need trios titles. If you're gonna have this many,
or just unify the titles again.
Yeah, something. Do something. Because you've got 2 tag teams on Raw and 17 on SmackDown.
Yeah.
With that. But the returning Ilya Dragunov versus Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Delivered.
Awesome.
I'm glad
that leaked out on the net. I missed on it. So
I saw where they said that Ilya was spotted at SmackDown.
Because I had D&D that night, so I was not paying attention to any of the news on the internet. I was getting ready to go play that night, and so I didn't find out that it was Ilya until it happened, because I was keeping an eye on things on SmackDown while we were playing, and I literally were like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, I figured he'd be. I knew he was going to do something. I didn't be. Hey, he's back. He won the U.S. title.
Well, I'm okay with it because it would have been not the smartest idea for him to return from injury and then just lose to Sammy. So I think it was cool that they had him return and then pulled that title change trigger.
Yeah.
And on top of that, they had a fucking banger match on top of it. So it's like,
yeah, like I said, we said the Sami Zayn Open Challenge has been the best thing on the show.
Yeah.
And we knew when they started doing like, oh, Sami Zayn might do the Open Challenge. And I was like, that's going to be the easiest. Like, yeah, you go, because Sammy is he's that good.
Well, hopefully Ilya will keep the open challenge going because that suits his kind of stuff because he's a fighter.
Yeah, that is his kind of thing.
I mean, he cut a promo saying that it's like he's going to bring the pain to anyone who comes for him in the title. So
yeah.
So glad that he's back. He's awesome. Glad that he won a title coming right back from injury. So that tells you where Triple H didn't think of Ilya. So that's great. And moving him to SmackDown definitely helps the SmackDown roster for sure.
Yeah. Hey man, your boys.
yeah, really.
Yeah, especially with Ilya, like it's so good. But the thing is, it's just like
I hope they keep it going.
Yeah, and because part of me was like, maybe they just did it to get the belt off Sammy because they had no one else in the mid card.
Who knows? I mean, it's like we're still waiting for Gunther to return from being we haven't seen him since SummerSlam, so
that would be a fun Ilya Dragunov open challenge, and that's when Gunther comes back because they have the history. Yeah, that was a good one, Gibbs, because that made me think of that.
Those two had nothing but insane bangers before, so people want to see them go at it again.
That was the classic they put on in front of like 12 people. Or no.
Yeah, their first match was during the pandemic in an empty arena for NXT UK, and it was insane. And then their second match where Ilya beat Gunther for the NXT UK title at a takeover was another mind-blowing banger. Mm-hmm. So that was in front of a live audience. I look forward to when those two clash again because they will beat the fuck out of each other.
Yeah, they will. Happy that we get Drew and Cody again. I didn't want it to be a one-off.
For the rematch. I would love Drew just to win. It's just me, but I have a feeling that there's going to be shenanigans. I don't see Drew jobbing straight into Cody again. I won't be surprised if Randy gets involved and the match gets thrown out or something, maybe.
Yeah, sure on that. Anything else on this? Oh, obviously Alexa and Sol and Zarya.
That was a decent match. Not as good as I would hope for, but it was still a good match between the ladies for the tag titles.
Yeah, you can just tell the chemistry is not quite there yet.
Right. But I like the storyline progression with Blake showing up at ringside to fuck with Sol Ruca, and that caused them to lose the match. And that storyline continued into NXT with the apparent injury that she suffered during the match. Looked like it probably happened when she did that moonsault to the outside, is what most people assume.
Mm-hmm. Look, that's first time Blake Monroe has been on a main roster show. I know technically Evolution, but I don't count that.
It's like on one of the main TV programs. So
right, but it's Drew, it's Cody. You know where it's going, and that's probably why you're probably already tired of it. But Cody and Drew, when's the last time they feuded? Other than just a one quick build and match.
That's why I'm okay with it for now. It's like just as long as it doesn't get dull.
Yeah. So, I mean, they're both excellent talkers, so you figure they'd figure something out to spice it up. I mean, Drew's had two of the best feuds. He had the feud of the year with CM Punk. And then him and Damian Priest made that shit work. So, on that. But anything else on SmackDown?
Mm-hmm. No. The other thing that I think of note was there was a backstage segment there with Tiffany and Kiana James setting up a match between the two of them next week. I hope that means Julie will get involved. So, because they kind of teased that leading into Crown Jewel. So, she would have to be involved if Tiffany's wrestling Kiana James. So, if that leads to like something between Tiffany and Julie, I'm all for it.
Right. Yeah. All right. And then we have AEW WreslteDream was over the weekend, and we're in that show. Jamie Hayter defeated Thekla. Jurassic Express defeated the Young Bucks in a 500K tag team match. They offered to bury the hatchet with the Bucks afterwards, but the Don Callis family attacked them. The Bucks didn't help, and Kenny Omega came out to make the save. The Hurt Syndicate defeated Ricochet, Toa Leona and Bishop Khan in a 6-man tornado tag team match to become the number 1 contenders for the AEW World Trios Championship. Kyle Fletcher defeated Mark Briscoe to retain the AEW TNT Championship. Chris Statlander defeated Tony Storm to retain the AEW Women's World Championship. Mercedes Moné defeated Miyu Shirakawa to retain the TBS Championship and win the interim ROH Women's World Television Championship in a title versus title open challenge match. Gradito defeated the Don Callis family to retain the AEW World Tag Team Championship. Hangman Adam Page defeated Samoa Joe to retain the AEW World Championship, where the Ops turned heel because sure. Main event, Darby Allin defeated John Moxley in an I Quit match. The Death Riders did everything to try and help Moxley win, but the lights went out and Sting appeared to help Darby. He took out the Riders, gave Darby his bat, and took a Marina Shafir to the back. Darby laid out Mox with the bat, then applied the Scorpion Deathlock Sharpshooter to make Moxley say, I quit, and win the match. Darby celebrated the victory as the show came to an end. So I'll let you go, sir.
This was a decent pay-per-view. It definitely was not great. It was almost, I'd say it's close to good because there were some good matches, but there was other stuff in this on here and some questionable booking decisions. Maybe just like, I mean, there was good matches, but some of them felt like these are not like pay-per-view level quality matches that like should not have been on the show. And this is a problem with a lot of really long bloated AEW pay-per-views, and this is no exception. It was weird. I mean, I don't know. It's like, did it seem like there was a lot of heat for the Jamie Hayter Tekla match to open the show? Because I was like, they're opening with that match. It's like, I mean, the feud's been going on for a while, but I don't know if that's like hot enough to, open your pay-per-view with. Also forgot to mention that in the recap, the actual opening, which was really bizarre, which kind of threw me off, was FDR was fighting Jet Speed on the pre-show, and then the match bled into the main show.
After thinking about it, I was like, because that was just odd.
It was very odd.
And to think about it, I can tell what they were trying to do was something different. Because typically, like you say, lead-in shows are supposed to get you excited for the main show. Like, you get something for free. It's like your sample. Here's your sample. Well, they were hoping what they were trying to do was the match goes and it's just getting good. I want to see the finish. And so it makes them. So it was just a different way of leading into the show. It's different. At first I was like, this is dumb. And then thinking about what they were trying to do, I was like, not as dumb, but it just was.
It didn't work. It didn't work for me.
It was just odd.
It was really wild. So the actual opening match didn't happen until like 10 minutes in the show, which is really weird.
Right.
Like the Jamie Hayter Tekla match, the Money Open Challenge that didn't need to be on the show because I knew exactly what's going to happen. It's like that was really annoying.
The Hurt Syndicate, we knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, that feud's been going on forever, and it's still going on.
Yeah,
that's still not over for some reason. We'll get to Dynamite, but on the plus side, both the big tag matches, Jurassic Express against the Young Bucks and Rodito against Takeshita and Okada were both fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the tag team title match. That match was probably the match of the night. That tag match fucking cut. Both of those matches were very entertaining. Statlander and Tony was good, but not great. And there wasn't a lot of heat because the fans were torn on who to cheer for, so they didn't have much either.
That's sometimes when you had the face versus face, it's like I don't know what to do here. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it works out where you have babyface versus babyface, and whoever cuts the best promo going into the show, or they did it with Stone Cold and Rock. Obviously, I'm not comparing it to that, but Stone Cold and Rock going into WrestleMania X7, they were both baby faces, but they still made enough storyline there for fans to go on one side or the other. Obviously, the swerve happened at the end, but at least sometimes it works like that does. This one didn't because the fans were like, I don't know who to cheer for, like you were saying. But I'm glad that Chris Statlander retained.
Yes.
Because that was my fear. But I thought Tony was like, no. We can do because the women's tag team stuff, which we'll get to on Dynamite, because it just released that bracket. So Tony can go do that stuff.
Right. What I didn't like was Mercedes comes out and totally disrespects Statlander, and Statlander just kind of takes it and leaves.
Right.
That pissed off a lot of people. Yes, she came back out and later out after she beat Mina to win her 11th title. Now she's won 12 because she beat someone else over the weekend.
Yeah.
This belt, here's my thought. I don't have a problem with the whole belt collector. We've seen belt collector gimmicks before. You know, it's like Kenny did it. Like Kenny had multiple championships. Like he was like AEW and TNA Impact champion at the same time.
The Young Bucks.
We got the Hardys have got the TNA and NXT tag team titles right now.
Yeah.
So
Becky 2 belts. I mean, we've had multiple belt people. Obviously,
yeah.
Kenny and Mercedes went to a different level. The only time I can remember that is like when the Young Bucks were at New Japan and Ring of Honor, and when a Guerrilla Pro Wrestling was still around. Like
FTR did it. FTR had multiple tag team from different promotions, including the IWGP at one point. So it's like we see the belt collector before. My problem is that where is this going? If this leads to her beating Statlander for a title, it is going to be a massive, colossal, creative failure decision, because you've rendered her impotent as champion. Hopefully, this is leading toward Statlander beats her, because she has not beat her before. She's lost to her twice, including they had a match at Full Gear last year where she beat her for the TBS title.
That match was really good too.
It was. And that this is the beginning of her downfall.
I hope so. Because that's a more interesting storyline than what we're doing now.
If she wins the world title, how can you have her as the AEW Women's World Champion lose titles in other promotions?
Right. Yeah. So you can't be doing that. Not at all. So it just doesn't make any lick of sense on that. Samoa Joe and Hangman kind of had the same thing with that was going on with Statlander and Tony Storm, is because they were both baby faces, and so they really didn't know who to get behind. The match was still good. I just didn't understand the whole Ops turning heel part, because that's one of your best baby faces that you got. But I guess since the Hurt Syndicate caught on as now the big trio's baby face, and they're going to turn the Ops heel, but it just didn't make sense, because the Ops have been feuding with the Death Riders and like been all over the place. It's just like the super baby faces. We're the group that can come save you at the end of the day. Break glass in case of emergency. The Ops will come out and handle business against the Death Riders and all that. But now we're heels because we don't like Hangman Page. And it just, you did all that, and then, now they're heels. And Samoa Joe, hats off to him, cut a great heel promo to try and get him over. But you just can't just do that and then expect us to be like, all that momentum makes no sense on why they turned. So. Yeah.
Yeah, the heel turn was a little kind of like, okay. Samoa Joe is fine as a heel. That it's like it was a weird decision. It's kind of like, I guess maybe it was just the way he's been acting lately. I don't know. It was just kind of like, okay. Yeah. Match was still fine. And they made the right choice by having the I Quit match be last, because who'd want to follow that match?
Right. Like, I don't know how you follow it. Old Man Sting's look is cool. I really like Old Man Sting's look.
You look great. He looks cool with the beard.
You knew they were going to be over the top and ridiculous, but you jumped the shark when you dunked him in a fish tank.
Yeah, that was a bit much. But I know some people saw like, man, there wasn't hardly any blood in this match. Well, it's because there's restrictions in the state of Missouri about that kind of stuff when it comes to wrestling matches.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's like, so that's why this wasn't like their last match. It's like,
Okay.
so it was they couldn't do any like they couldn't do buckets of blood kind of stuff. So decided to go for the more physical stuff. I'm sure though that they probably wish there was blood, but yeah, the drowning in the fish tank, that was a choice. It was still I still found it to be an entertaining match, and it had the right outcome. Darby finally gets one over Moxley. Appreciate the Sting cameo. That was nice. I love him just carrying Mauricio Shafir to the back.
Right. Yeah. Pop was amazing. But yeah, the thing is the fish tank was over the top. I knew it'd be ridiculous, and I'm at the point now where like the more ridiculous hardcore stuff I'm just not into. It doesn't do anything for me. But as long as you tell a story within it, and I thought they did tell a solid story of the fact that these two guys are lunatics, and they want to kill each other, like literally drown in a fish tank, kill each other. And apparently, I know they were getting that people are like, really, all that? He quit to a scorpion deathlock. Apparently, what they were trying to show was that he was in glass on like during the sharpshooter. He was like sitting in glass, and the glass was
it just didn't. I don't think it. Yeah,
it just didn't.
It looked a little weird.
Yeah, it didn't translate. So it just was a little weird. People were like, all that stuff and a scorpion deathlock.
Well, from what I've heard, plus they were running late. So I think that's like they're like, okay, we need to have. Because I was kind of surprised how quickly he gave up in the sharpshooter.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't work. It didn't work.
Yeah, exactly.
No. Ooh, I would want that Old Man Sting action figure. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, and agreed there. So you were saying?
Sorry, I was just checking something. It's like someone messaged me. I just had to check. The other match I thought that was quite good was the Fletcher Briscoe match. I thought that one really cooked well. Even though I knew there's no way Briscoe was going to win. It was still entertaining. So, I mean, this was like it was at least it felt like just like a mediocre decent show, and not like maybe it's like it almost made me regret paying the $40 on HBO Max for it. So, but there were still some good matches. So it was, it's like it, and there was some good entertainment value of it. So it's like, I won't say it wasn't a bad show. It was just like, it wasn't to the typical, like high level quality pay-per-view you would expect from AEW.
This was their version of WrestlePalooza as far as how the card and the outcome.
Yeah, that's a good comparison.
Yeah. So it's like, it wasn't bad. It was just fine for that. But yeah, when you're paying, it just, the difference is now that the ESPN thing, I might, if the card's not interesting me, I might not buy it, but I do this show, so I will buy it. But yeah, that was, just an okay show there. Then moving on to Monday Night Raw, the big conundrum going in here is Seth really hurt? Well, guys, we get our answer pretty early. Raw GM Adam Pearce was in the ring to open the show with an injury update on Seth Rollins when the Vision came out to interrupt with Braun holding the World Championship belt. He got them to hand over the belt and announced Seth had to get surgery on his shoulder and will be out for a while, so he declares the title vacant, and a battle royal will be held tonight with the winner facing CM Punk for the vacant World Heavyweight title at Saturday night's main event. He left, and Heyman cut a promo explaining what happened last week, justifying them turning on Seth, and then left. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee defeated the Judgment Day to win the World Tag Team Championships. They had a little backstage segment where you saw them trying to figure out what their team name should be. Dragon Lee said AJ Lee, and AJ Styles goes, I don't like it. Someone else already has that.
I think that's already taken.
I think it's already taken. So I thought that was pretty cool. Dominic Mysterio defeated Rusev to retain the WWE Intercontinental Championship thanks to a low blow on Rusev behind the ref's back and hit the frog splash to win. Penta tried to stop Dom from cheating earlier and got laid out by Rusev. He returned the favor to Rusev after the match. Maxine Dupree defeated Becky Lynch by DQ. Lynch retains the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship when Becky hit her with the title belt on purpose in front of the ref to cause a DQ. She beat up Maxine after the match and left. Heyman. And also Becky Lynch did post on Instagram talking about how Maxine Dupree was holding her was closing her fist too much, and it was legal. so she could be able to hit her with the intercon. I don't know. It was just hilarious. Go online.
And plus, it feels like their build is something to this beef she's having with Jessica Carr. So
yeah. Heyman was with Adam Pearce outside the office, complaining that he has been removed from the Bronze from the Battle Royal. He tried to get him to change his mind, but Pearce said no. Becky Lynch then confronted Heyman and had a message for her husband, Seth Rollins. He knew Heyman would stab him in the back eventually. You're nothing with him and you're nothing without him. She said Seth is going to kill whoever Heyman attaches himself to. He won't kill Heyman, but Heyman will wish he did. Stephanie Vaquer defeated Roxanne Perez, but the Judgment Day started a beatdown on Vaquer, but Nikki Bella ran out to make the save, and they fought off the heels. Heyman was in the back talking to Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, who are not happy that they are not in the Battle Royal. Heyman assured them that they will have their time. They are the future and left. The Braun Bruns agreed they had a lot to learn and a lot of people to hurt. The main event, Jey Uso won the Battle Royal to qualify for the vacant World Heavyweight Championship match against CM Punk at Saturday night's main event. The final four were Jey and Jimmy Uso, Dirty Dom, and LA Knight. Jimmy and Knight fought by the ropes, and Jey came up from behind and dumped them both out. Dom tried to eliminate Jey with a sneak attack, but he saw him coming and then tossed Dom out to win the Battle Royal. Jimmy wasn't happy with Jey as he celebrated the win. Then CM Punk, who had been on commentary for the match, came in the ring, and they had a stare down to close out Raw. Jey and CM Punk.
Yeah, that's the general reaction everybody had to this decision.
We wanted Braun or LA Knight, guys.
It's like people felt it was like a weak, safe choice to have Jey win the Battle Royal to face Punk. Now, honestly, I don't see either of them winning this match. I think they easily foreshadowed that the Bronze are going to fuck this match over.
Yeah, I do. Well, it's Saturday night's main event. Okay, so it's not technically a pay-per-view. Okay, continue. I always forget that. I always got to get that in my head because I was getting ready to say, like, why would you have a no?
Because they're both of them, especially Braun, were pissed off that they were supposed to be in the Battle Royal. Then Adam Pearce took them out of the Battle Royal, which actually made sense because why would you reward bad behavior?
Right.
It's like they injured the champion and put him on the shelf. Why would he reward them by giving them a chance to win the title?
Plus, Braun disrespected him at the beginning of the show.
Yep. But they foreshadowed where after Heyman like assured them like, don't worry, your time's coming. Everything will work out. And they're like, yeah, we got a lot to turn. Yeah, we also got a lot of people to hurt. Yeah. Right. I was like, yeah, they're gonna completely fuck that match over.
Right. So the fact that it's Saturday night's main event, it's not even. It's just technically deemed as a pay-per-view. Like that's how people see it as.
This would lead to a clear title winner at Survivor Series, I would assume.
Yeah, this War Games situation is screwed.
Yep.
Hey, Caden.
Hello, Caden. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. But yeah.
So yeah, it's like because I was just like, what? It's like, look, I don't hate Jey. Jey's still popular, but it's just like we've already been there and done this with him as champ, and I would be shocked if they put the belt back on Punk. It's like it made more sense to put a belt on a heel, put it on Braun. And so that's why I was just like, when I was like, oh, okay, well, they're not in the Battle Royal. What's going on? And then it just felt like the safe, easy choice. But I am not expecting a clear winner for out of this title match. It's like because Braun's made it clear he wants the fucking belt. So it's like, I mean, it's like he looked really good with that walking around with the belt. I have to say that.
I just don't know. Quit because you were supposed to have him turn at WrestleMania, or somewhere where Braun was supposed to last through WrestleMania, and then Braun was going to turn on him because it was supposed to be Roman and Seth.
They said that they were going to have them turn on Seth eventually, but like not until like next year. I mean, it's like so.
Right.
But since he's injured, they were like, okay, let's speed up the timetable to write him out,
right.
Which I thought was a good decision. But this one is just like, I'm like, come on, you can, and plus, like, it's like LA Knight is LA Knight going to continue to be the bridesmaid and never the bride at this point?
That's the thing is people are frustrated because they wanted Braun Breaker, and then if not, LA Knight. Because even if LA Knight loses to CM Punk,
between Punk and Knight has been going on too. It would have made much more sense if it was LA Knight versus Punk for the vacant title.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
No.
I don't think people are worried that Jay's going to win the title again. No, he's not. There's a storyline going on. It's like the Roman stuff, and then there's issues between him and Jimmy, with the way he's acting lately. So, and I don't see them putting the title back on Punk right now. So that's why I'm my guess is that the Braun Brawns are going to cause a no contest.
Yeah. The more that it's either LA Knight or Braun Breaker. And sometimes when you're like, why couldn't you do that? And then Triple H sometimes does deliver. Sometimes he might not deliver now, but sometimes he always gets to the point of, guys, just wait. I'm going to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Just wait. We don't like waiting sometimes.
Yes.
Because last night just made more sense of, even if CM Punk and Braun Breaker go to a no contest at Saturday night's main event, just Jay and CM Punk was just okay. Like it didn't make me excited for it. They're really good friends. I know they probably have great chemistry.
Yeah.
And if anyone can use Jay's 5 moves to success, it's CM Punk. So I think the match still will be fine. But it's going to have a lot of bullcrap going on, as you alluded to earlier. I just wish they would have done it with LA Knight or Braun Breaker on that, because
that's what a lot of people want. Like, bring back the Deadly Games tournament, like they did at the '98 Survivor Series when they did a blatant homage to the Montreal Screwjob by making it look like Vince favored Mankind to win the title, but Swerve, nope, The Rock became the corporate champion, and they rigged the title match like the Montreal Screwjob for The Rock to win the title at the end of the tournament.
Yeah. So
I'd be fine with that.
For those who
not a whole night tournament, but like have like a mini tournament that night, like.
So for those who for those who don't know, because I can't quite remember that. I remember the Swerve, but explain to me again, and the viewers down at home, in '98, what was Survivor Series Deadly Games?
It was a one-night tournament to crown a new WWE champion, because Stone Cold had been injured, and Vince declared the title vacant, and so it was a one-night 16-person tournament to crown a new champion, and the finals were between Mankind and The Rock. Now, Vince, like I said, Vince had made it look like that he favored Mankind to win the title, but when Rock put Mankind the sharpshooter, Vince told the guy to ring the bell, a la Montreal Screwjob, and Rock was declared the winner and became the corporate champion, and then thus the corporation faction was formed.
Right. Okay. Yeah. No, they might do that, because right now it's just like if you're turning Jay heel, why are you going to have him with with Paul Heyman again and Braun and the Braun Brawns? Like the War Games just doesn't make any traction to me right now, what they're supposed to do, or me buying into a War Games match.
Honestly, I'd rather, if you're going to do a War Games match, just give it to the women, because like some of the storylines validate a women's War Games match. So I'd be fine with that. But yeah, a men's War Games like with the wide 6 MFTs, like that's not gonna that don't work for me, bro.
I mean, the match will be fine. It just has no, like you were saying, just has no.
It's not gonna have any heat.
No, it's not gonna have any heat.
We'll see what happens, but I'm not expecting a new champion crowned at Saturday night's main event. I expect shenanigans.
Yes. Another thing with the Battle Royal, yay, Sheamus is back. Cool. Like, that was weird that they were just, oh, by the way, Sheamus is back.
Yeah, that was kind of like out of nowhere. But I'm glad he's back. They set up a lot of storylines and continued stuff in like the Battle Royal, like the issues between Judgment Day. Sheamus apparently got screwed there. And of course the LA Knight stuff, and classic Dirty Dom. It's like he got eliminated, but the refs didn't see it.
Which wrestler did that first?
Oh, that was first famously done by Stone Cold in the '97 Rumble. Brett tossed him, but the refs didn't see it, and he ended up tossing Brett to win the Rumble, and that led to them doing the I Quit match at WrestleMania 13.
Gotcha. Because I knew it led to that, but I forgot which one. All right. But yeah, no, that was. I mean, it was fine. You can tell that it was kind of rushed as well.
Yeah.
I like the shot at the end where they're having the face off, and right in the middle is Jimmy, just like, what the hell? because
why'd you do that, bro? Why'd you stab me in the back, bro? But the funny thing was, like, Jimmy himself said, it's like, I'm coming for everybody, including you in this battle royal. So, well, why are you pissed that Jay did the same thing? It's every man for himself.
Because he just saved him from being eliminated. That's
right.
The whole beat that they're trying to do. But it leads to like, I saved you. And he was like, yeah, but didn't you say? Because that's exactly how that conversation is going to go. But at least that gives a reason for why Jimmy was like, I was still there for you. And then you just tossed me like a, whatever he'll say. So at least that gives you that story beat to where you can still have the tension and have reasons of why they're both saying this, like, on that. I do want to get, dude, Becky Lynch can make a star. She's that's not named, and she can, but she still has clunker matches. And Nikki Bella, and she's
killing it with this heel run right now.
Yeah, she totally is.
She elevated Lyra. Now she's fucking elevating Maxine Dupree, which is I consider even more of a miracle. Because I like Lyra anyway. So like, she's helped Maxine get really over with the fans, and props to Maxine for really improving the ring. I mean, she's not a great wrestler, but she's actually a pretty solid wrestler right now, which she was like compared to like a year ago. She's really been putting in the work.
Yeah,
I heard she's been trading a lot with Natty in the dungeon, so it's that trade's paying off. But yeah, I love that Becky's got so frustrated that she just DQ'd herself on purpose to get out of the match. So I expect a rubber match, probably maybe at Saturday night's main event. And hopefully after that, AJ Lee will be back because I'm waiting for Becky AJ. I don't know. It could be wondering why AJ hasn't come back yet after WrestlePalooza.
I don't know what's going on with that.
So we'll wait to see. I mean, I'm sure she's gonna be back at some point, hopefully soon. Because I want AJ versus Becky badly.
Yes, it's going to happen, but it just
because she beat Becky and made her tap out to win that tag match. So like that, there's a receipt coming. The tag title match was great. It's nice that they were finally defended for the first time in months. But cool for AJ and Dragon Lee. Nice to see AJ win some gold here as his run is winding down, as we know that he's going to retire at some point next year. So that was great. Hopefully him and Dragon Lee will come up with a good team name. Workshop.
Yeah, AJ Lee. No, I don't know that ain't gonna work. But no, the near falls at the end
was fantastic.
The one where Dragon Lee jumps over.
JD. Because I thought that was the finish because it's like JD hit his moonsault and then Finn followed with a coup de grace, and JD went to block Dragon Lee from blocking the pin, but he leapt over JD and did a flying headbutt to break up the pin. That was fantastic shit.
JD's such a solid worker that no one talks about.
JD done it so fucking good.
Yeah, he's just really good. Big head, but really good in the ring.
I'm glad the title changed because they were doing nothing. They were just sitting there as props for Judgment Day.
Yeah.
A little more. They're building up some more interaction between Roxanne and Dirty Dom. So
yeah, it's like they're trying to give the wink, nudge, but it's not. It's too timid. I think they need more forceful.
I think it'll get ramped up again more once they know that for sure when Liv is coming back.
Okay, but yeah, I mean they're definitely teasing that. And speaking of
the Prodigy,
when they said this match was going to happen, I was like,
yeah. Why are you doing this non-title already? It's like that really annoyed me. And it's like I love these ladies. Stephanie and Roxanne are fucking awesome. Two of the best they got on the roster. But why are you wasting this match as a non-title match where there's no way that Roxanne is going to win? It's like, and then it was like, I had a feeling. I was like, oh, yep, here comes Nikki Bella. It's like, although I wonder if this set up a heel turn.
It's going to set up a heel turn with Nikki on Stephanie, and then they're going to feud and have an okay match because Nikki is a little it's annoying, but the way that they still have her so prominent, it feels like it's just like, yes, we love the Prodigy, but it's not her time just yet. Yeah,
it's looking like it.
And all the internet all the other internet pundits and stuff like that. Like she's
and I get it. We want to see Roxanne have gold again. It's frustrating. So but it also tests our patience because it's like. Yeah, it's even though she's still young, she's been wrestling for a long time.
Right.
That's what they call the project. She's still in her early 20s, so she's still got a lot of time in her career left. But we still want to see her succeed. We don't like her seeing just taking too many L's like she's had lately. So it's like, I mean, her last big win was the one over Io. So it's like,
well, no, she beat Lyra.
Oh yeah, that's right. She did beat Lyra. So she's won some matches, but she's been losing more than she's won lately, and that's what's frustrating.
It's a weird thing of like I'm not there yet on like what are we doing, because it just feels like they're just pushing her at the smallest increment, but it's still going that direction.
And I think it goes back to, I think that they're kind of like, we want to keep you on TV and be prominent, but we're not going to kick things for you into next year until Liv comes back.
Right. It is a snail's pace of a push.
That's going to be the big storyline for both of them is when Liv comes back.
Yep.
So I think that's why like they're having her do this is like stuff to keep her on TV and keep her busy while they're waiting until Liv is ready to come back. And then we're gonna get like a good shit. We're gonna get a juicy storyline when Liv comes back because Roxanne it was replaced during Judgment Day. And did you notice how they don't talk about Liv anymore?
Yeah, they don't.
They don't. Nobody, not even Dom and Raquel talk about Liv anymore.
Right. It's
like she's been forgotten. So it's like it's a perfect setup for when she comes back. She can be like, "What the fuck?"
Right.
Like you it's like you guys forget about me. You let Roxanne take my place, and everything's cool.
No, the story writes itself.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it. Which brings me to the other guy involved in all this, which is Dirty Dom, still retaining over Rusev. This felt so forced.
It did, because he cheated to win over Rusev again.
And Penta was there.
This smells like they're setting up like a three-way.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a triple threat. That way, Tom doesn't take the pin.
Because there's no point for him to have the Intercontinental anymore when he's the AAA Mega Champion. AAA Mega Championship is actually more prominent than the Intercontinental title. It's like, at least as far as like if you're ranking, because that's AAA's main title, their heavyweight title. So it doesn't make sense for him to keep the Intercontinental title. So
they'll do it.
I think it's coming, especially with them losing the tag titles because of what Dom said to Adam Pearce. So also I think that they've been stalling the real breakup of the Judgment Day until Liv gets back. So
that or a triple threat match is technically no DQ. So you can have them come out, beat up Rusev for Penta 1, and then they're all like, yay, and then they turn on Dom. Dom takes the pin from whoever, and then that's when we get the breakup because they finally cost Dom his championship. Hopefully. Because Dom got them in the match against AJ and Dragon.
It's something to happen. It's like
that. I doubt they'll do that, but that's the only way I can see them making this work, because obviously in the Battle Royal they were starting to get into a tussle, and you can see Dom in the background kind of stare and just freeze and not do anything.
Right.
So you saw that, but I don't know. This match was whatever. The other good thing I liked about this show was this was the first time that you realized the Braun Brawns are like officially like those dudes.
Yes. They look so fucking dope.
Yeah.
And like I said, Braun looks so fucking good with the World Heavyweight title. I can't wait for him to get belted.
Yeah. You can just tell his mic skills just aren't quite there yet.
He's almost there. That's why
he's almost there.
That's why it's good that he still got Heyman. Like Bronson actually cuts a really pretty good.
Bronson, yeah, I remember when he came back, and you just thought like, oh, Triple H brought Bronson Reed back because he was here for like a cup of coffee, basically on the main roster until they
right.
But when he came back, he was kind of just in the mid card floating, and then they finally let him talk. And I think there was a couple of shows I'm like, Bronson Reed can cut a good promo, and then he really started to take off from there and started doing the monster matches, and now we're here.
Bailey says she has a surprise for Lyra next week. I wonder what that's gonna be. It's like, I wonder what. It's like we'll see what the next phase of this schizo personality Bailey storyline is gonna go.
I don't know, dude. This is like how you feel about the MFTs and Wyatt Six.
Yeah,
I feel about this storyline.
I want things to start happening. Although I appreciate Lyra's character work these days. It's like, especially her facial expressions are fantastic. Like what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. I think today or yesterday was Lyra's birthday, and Bailey tweeted out, in all caps, "Happy birthday to my little idiot," or something like that. So, of course, that's probably Bailey's also shout out to Bailey, and it was her, Roxanne, the Usos, CM Punk. They're all at the Niners game.
Mm-hmm.
There was a nice, and then George Kittle ran up to us to say what's up to CM Punk. And it was a nice little interaction there, because as if anyone doesn't know,
I love how Bailey joked about Roxanne crashing the party. It's like, who invited this person here?
right. And then Bailey joking with CM Punk, "I invited your wife," but he was like, "I'll gladly take back seat to that." Yeah, that's not an insult.
I'll gladly be her replacement.
Right, I'll gladly be her replacement. Right. But yeah, you knew. See, if it was a Bailey thing, you knew if all the wrestlers were there, like CM Punk was definitely going to be there, and obviously, if he's going to be there, he's going to bring his daughter. Okay, so that's why Roxanne was there.
Yeah, no, that's why I was like, well, it's like obviously Punk decided to bring his daughter since AJ couldn't be there.
Right. But yeah, no, I mean, I didn't like the Jay stuff. I really didn't like the whole, like, we've got a lot to learn. And that just, you came to be the guy. You walked out of that car with that belt and looked like the guy. You intimidated stuff. And then the last thing you say, other than learn to hit people, that just the thing of, we've got a lot to learn. Like, no, I don't want you to show humility. I want you to be a badass who wrecks everyone. I don't need humility in that presentation. And also, Braun is 27, I believe. 27, 28.
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. Can we put the belt on someone younger? It's okay, WWE. You can do it.
Right. He's only 27, dude. He's
yeah. The Rock was 27, I believe, when he got, because I think my memory serves correctly, when I did watch some videos and did some research on this.
He's still a young stud.
And Stone Cold, when he was on top, he was 33. Undertaker, like, they're all around that age. Now you've got wrestlers like, I mean, CM Punk, if he somehow wins this title, is going to be, well, he technically could win it.
Yeah, that's why I was like, after last week, I was like, put the belt on Braun, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. And they're just not doing that. They're letting the older wrestlers do it. I mean, Jay's 40, Seth Rollins is 42, Roman around the same age. Yeah. LA Knight's 45.
Stephanie's one of the few exceptions. Stephanie is just over 30. She's still in her prime. So it's like,
right. And this is why I sometimes like.
Tiffany's really young though. It's like, so it just varies. It's like, but yeah, it's like, definitely give some of the younger talent. It's like, hopefully, it's only a matter of time before Braun properly has that belt around his waist.
No, yeah, no. I mean, it's inevitable, but I just feels like you can tell that they're holding him back. I don't want to feel like I don't want to tell that. I wanted to make sense on the story and not just, okay, here's the time, Kofi Mania, here's the time to strike. Probably we want Cody, put the bet on Cody. Like you need to do this, and sometimes it works. Which brings me to my point of, this is why I kind of like NXT sometimes, because they try stuff. Yep. Because it's literally is it's developmental. So let's just experiment. Okay, we're gonna give a couple of people, like, okay, you get a shot, and you all can feud, and so now you need this guy. Like, you're always presenting different things. And they're trying different things. Some of it doesn't work, but you're not feel like, okay, I know exactly where the mid card is. I know exactly what I'm getting in the main event. I know exactly what I'm getting in the women's division. I at least has a little bit of unpredictability. But when I can tell where each wrestler's level is, and you don't have it makes it. I don't know. That makes these things predictable and bland.
Yeah.
So
no, but still, I thought overall good Raw, even though I wasn't thrilled with the the finish of the battle royal. So, but we shall see what happens.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of storyline stuff that I'm liking that's cooking.
Yep.
Oh.
And then also for and then Rhea really did break her nose.
Yeah, and I love that they had Asuka and Kairi take credit for it.
Yeah.
And also they basically implied that they're coming for Charlotte and Alexa for the tag titles now. So
yeah. It's weird. It feels like they're getting ready to have like a tag tournament. Which brings me to AEW Dynamite. After a recap of the pay-per-view, we opened the show with video of AEW champion Hangman Adam Page getting checked on by an AEW trainer after WreslteDream. Page yelled loudly, wondering if Samoa Joe had lost his mind. Page said he warned Samoa Joe, and he said that when he finds him, he'll ruin Joe's life. The Ops defeated the Hurt Syndicate to retain the AEW Trios Championship. Joe cut a promo afterwards, solidifying their heel turn at the pay-per-view and said he's coming for Hangman. AEW Women's World Champion Chris Statlander was interviewed by Renee Paquette and accepted Monet's challenge for an AEW Women's title at a match at Full Gear. Darby Allin cut a promo in the ring saying as long as he is breathing, the Death Riders will have to deal with him. Jamie Hayter and Queen Aminata defeated Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale, Julia Hart and Sky Blue, which is like Team Sin, I believe. Julia Hart and Sky Blue are. And Megan Bain and Penelope Ford in a 4-way tag team match. For winning, they got to pick their opponent in the first round of the AEW tag team tournament, and they chose Julia and Sky. Mercedes Monet's championship celebration for winning her 12th title belt was crashed by Muppet Monet from Harley Cameron. Monet was pissed at her for ruining her moment and shoved the puppet into the cake for her. She went to hurt Harley, but Statlander came out from the table as well and shoved Monet's face into the cake, then put her through a table as she and Harley celebrated. Kyle O'Reilly defeated John Moxley by TQ when Moxley laid out the referee before he could tap out. This caused a big brawl between the Death Riders and the conglomeration after the match. Roderick Strong, Tomohiro Ishii, and Mark Briscoe defeated the Death Riders in a 6-man tag team match. The two factions brawled again after the match, but this time Darby Allin came out to back up the baby faces, and the Death Riders retreated. Mercedes Monet, who still had cake all over her, was interviewed by Alicia Tout. Athena approached an angry Monet and suggested that they make history together as the first AEW Women's Tag Team Champions. Monet said that she likes that idea and accepts. In the main event, Kazuchika Okada defeated Bandito to retain the AEW Unified Championship. Kazuchika Okada celebrated in the ring with Dallas Callis family. That's not all of them. And Kazuchika Okada, Kazuchika Takeshita, walked out with the IWGP World Championship, and he was slowly walking out to the ring. Callis and Fletcher talked to Takeshita in the aisle. Okada smiled in the ring to close out the show. So a lot of good wrestling, a lot of up and down story stuff. Typical AEW.
Yep, typical AEW. So yeah,
Kyle O'Reilly and John Moxley was great though.
I did enjoy that. I thought the finish was actually kind of creative, even though it was a DQ. It showed the continuing weakening of Moxley, where that he got desperate and basically knocked the ref out rather than submit in back-to-back matches. But honestly, at some point, the Death Riders have to turn on him. It's like how much longer after what Darby did to him? I'm surprised that they're still okay with him being their leader. So it's like hopefully this is leading to something changing with the Death Riders. It looks like the men's blood and guts is going to be Death Riders versus Conglomeration. So if they beat Death Riders again, especially if Moxie is the one who gives up again, the Death Riders got to turn on him,
right?
And kick him out of the group. And we're still waiting for the women's match to be official. I mean, Jamie here threw out the challenge, but they just got to make the who's on whose side official for the blood and guts. The Hangman Samoa Joe feud continuing. Okay, it definitely feels like filler until MGF comes back,
right?
Because MGF still has his title match to cash in on, and he's eventually going to do that. He's going to win the title back.
Right.
So, let's see. So we got the bracket. Do you have the bracket for?
Let me pull that up
for the title for the tournament to crown the first women's tag team champions for AEW.
Yeah, let me get that pulled up.
Because I feel like the finals are pretty obvious the way the bracket is set up.
Gotcha. Give me a second here, Justin. Kind of vamp for a little bit real quick while I get that pulled up.
So yeah, I mean, so the teams we got we've got Harley Cameron and Will Nightingale, Jamie Hayter, Queen Aminata, Tay Mello, and Anna Jay. Mercedes Moné and Athena are official as a team. Billy Starks is not thrilled about that. that Athena chose Monet as her partner for the tournament and not her. Tony Storm, Times Tony, and Mina Shirakawa, of course. Julia Hart and Sky Blue, and then Penelope Ford and Megan Bayne. So, all right. You got it. Okay, so Hater and I chose this was the first round, so that's an easy one. Poor Willow and Harley. They're losing to Monet in the first round.
Yeah, Harley's taking that pin. Obviously, they're going to protect Willow.
Yep. Tony Nina against Riho. Yeah. Tony Nina, and then it's a coin flip. That one I would assume Megan Bayne playing forward.
Probably.
This feels like a setup for Tony and Nina against Athena and Monet in the finals, and Tony and Nina.
That or the belt collector.
You never know, but I feel like it feels like Tony would want to TK that is. Would put one of the titles on Tony and Nina.
Yeah. No, I mean, if I think Tony was like, all right, I'll keep it to Statlander, but I will still want to have a cold.
Yeah.
And plus the interaction between Mina and Tony would be hilarious. So
the tournament starts next week. I assume the finals will probably get full.
Yeah, probably. All right. But yeah, the Cal O'Reilly stuff was really good. You can make I mean, Samoa Joe can make anything work.
I'm glad that they're slowly progressing the beef between Takeshita and Okada, where Takeshita is going to leave the Cal's family. Because the tension's still there. And Cal's and everyone's trying to diffuse it, but you can tell they do not like each other. And Okada doesn't give a fuck.
Okay. Okada, I've never seen this kind of Okada before.
He's made it clear he does not like Takeshita and doesn't give a fuck about him.
No. And this is how Okada wins back his IWGP championship.
No, actually, I think it's leading to Takeshita wouldn't be taking the unified title from him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, are they passing the torch?
I think it'll lead to a match. Okada will win the first round, but then Takeshita will win the Continental Classic tournament and then beat Okada for the title.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
I can see it going that way.
Yeah,
I think this is eventually into Takeshita taking the unified title from him.
Mm-hmm. I was trying to see, there was something else. Yeah, I know some people don't really care for the Darby Allin Moxley feud to continue, but it's leading to blood and guts, probably.
Yeah, Darby Allin's going to team with the conglomeration against the Death Riders for blood and guts.
Mm-hmm. So it's fine, but like I said, the cake spot. Are we over those cake spots, or does that still work for you?
Silly. It just felt like silly stupidness that didn't need to be there, but it is what it is.
At least Statlander got over.
Yeah, at least Statlander got one over on her this time. So I just hope that she doesn't jump the title to her at Full Gear.
Yeah, don't do that.
Because if that happens, you're going to see me go into a rage rant like you've never seen.
Yeah, this is where you don't get me anymore. I would just put them front center stage and just let them go. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Hide your kids, maybe. I don't know. Hide your wife. I don't know. I don't know how crazy it's going to get. All right. So NXT. Tatum Paxley with the calling opened the show, cutting a promo which was interrupted by Fatal Influence. Tatum stood up to JC, saying she was going to beat her for the title at Halloween Havoc, and this led to a tag team match later in the show. Leon Slater defeated Stax to retain the TNA X Division Championship. Just sign Leon Slater at this point because him and Javon Evans are so good together. After the match, he and Javon wanted to face someone in a tag team match at Halloween Havoc, and then Mr. Iguana and La Parca from AAA came out and accepted the challenge and said they already talked to Ava and it was official. Jasper Troy defeated Zachary Wentz in a WWE Speed Championship #1 contender tournament finals match. Dark State was cutting a pre-tape promo when it was interrupted by one from the Hardy Boys at the Hardy compound. They told Dark State they tried to break them, but being broken is where they thrive. They went into the lake of reincarnation and turned into Broken Matt and Brother Nero. They told Dark State that their NXT Tag Team title match at Halloween Havoc will be a Broken Rules match, and that Dark State will be sentenced to deletion. Sol Ruca was in the ring with Ava Daria on crutches and a knee brace on. She said she was injured on SmackDown and will not be able to defend the North American title against Blake Monroe. Blake came out and wanted Ava to hand the title over to her. Zarya was pissed at this and offered to defend the title in Sol's place at Halloween Havoc. Ava asked Sol if she was okay with it, and she said yes. Blake argued with Ava, but Zarya grabbed her and hit her with an F5 to end the segment. Axiom defeated Sean Legacy in a WWE Speed Championship #1 contender tournament first round match. Out the Mud defeated Hank and Tank and laid out Hank and Tank after the match. They're really trying to push them again. Fatal Influence defeated the Culling with JC pinning Tatum. The heels went to beat down Tatum after taking out Izzy, but Tatum fought them off and stood tall, holding the title belt to end the segment. Main event segment, Ava hosted a contract signing in the ring between Ricky Saints and Trick Williams for the NXT title match at Halloween Havoc. They exchanged words and signed the contract. Trick attacked Ricky, but he fought back and put Trick through the table in the ring. Ricky celebrated over Trick as NXT came to a close. See, this is the Ricky we've been talking about. This is the Ricky on the mic we've been talking about.
Props to both Tatum Paxley and Ricky Saints for delivering.
Tatum Paxley was great too. Yeah.
Tatum Paxley's promo against JC was like the best I've ever heard her talk.
Yeah.
So
she's gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah. And so this is definitely working. The fans are railing behind her. She's showing really confidence on the mic. I felt she's always been good in the ring. So I'm glad that she's finally getting a chance to shine here. So everything with Tatum, that's great. I'm hoping maybe she pulls off the upset because JC pinned her in this match. So we'll see. Is he backstabbing her? You know, it's like, so you never know, but fingers crossed that she pulls off the upset. So we got a lot of women's storylines cooking. Like, you know, I love the women's NXT locker room. Like, Kalani, you're a TNA traitor. We don't want you in the locker room.
Right.
Obviously, this is setting up a TNA title match, knockouts title match between Kalani and Jordan Grace, which I'm fine with because I think Jordan could help Kalani. The whole storyline stuff with Blake Monroe, Sol and Zarya, it's been done well, especially with this twist with the injury. I liked that the setup where it's like Zarya's like, no, you can't defend the title. We're not going to let Blake just take it. I'll defend it in your place. So Blake's going to win the title. She's going to beat Zarya, and that's going to cause even more problems for Sol Ruca. So it'll help further the split. So I'm all for it. I love how Blake's like, just save me the title. I'm going to be a great champion. It's like she did great. She's just so good.
She's a natural.
She's a natural.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting Broken Hardys, but I'm okay with it because
as soon as they saw it on the compound, and then
I knew it was coming. As soon as I saw the compound, I was like, "Oh no!" Yeah. I was like, "Are we about to get Broken Matt back?" And sure enough, as soon as they showed the link, I was like, "Oh, yep, here we go."
Yeah. And then Ruby,
the piano, the
kids, and I forget the other guy's name.
Senior, it's like Senior or something.
Yeah,
who works the compound.
Right.
Now that was fantastic. It's I like broken. I like the broken stuff as long as it's not overdone. So I like that it's been a while since we've seen it. So it's a nice little, and it makes sense for Halloween. You know, Halloween Havoc. So them going broken, that's a nice that fits. And I just love how Broken Matt was like State of Dark.
I don't know.
He said this to deletion. I was like, yes.
The biggest. This will never work. This is too over the top. This is too cheesy, and it's entertaining. This is why we watch. It is entertainment, and I was very entertained.
I mean, they still, even when he's not Broken Matt, they still do the delete chant. So Broken Rules match. Broken Hardys. That's going to be fun. Yeah, the Ricky. Let's see what else. So we got the speed tournament. Don't care. Matches are fine. Jasper Troy versus Axiom should be interesting. Talk about David versus Goliath. So that'll be fun to watch for the next round. The Los Americanos are watching closely for El Grande. Let's see what else.
Leon Slater.
Yeah, Leon Slater, awesome. He made Stacks look good.
Yeah.
And Leon, I mean, I would have rather had Leon Javon round 2 at Halloween Havoc, but them against Mr. Iguana and La Parker for AAA. Yeah, let's go.
Yep, let's go. He's got an iguana. Shout out to that's the whole point. It's like, why is he good? Because he's got an iguana. Shout out to Russell Talk there. Out of the mud.
They're definitely looking to push them to the top of the division. I mean, it's like they've made them look dominant since they came back. So
yeah, they really have. Man, it just stinks. I hope Sol Ruca really isn't that hurt.
Hopefully she's not. It's not too serious of an injury and that she won't be out for too long.
I know it didn't happen on this show, but I saw it. Why is Thea Hale wrestling Evolve?
I don't know. She should be on the main NXT show. I don't know why she's on Evolve.
I'm like, she can't even get on NXT. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. It is annoying because I love Thea Hale too. So
yeah,
that made me scratch my head. I was like, why has she been sent to Evolve?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like she can help people there. I don't know. Or it helps her. I don't know. But yeah, the Ricky Saints that final promo segment where Ricky just ripped into Trick was fantastic.
Yeah, and the thing is that's not even his fastball. Like we've seen better than that.
Yep.
But
so yeah, even though he got the upper hand, Trick's not beating him for the title. He just won the title. So
right.
So I'm happy for Ricky. It's like he's really getting the chance to sign. The fans are really getting behind him. So thumbs up for that, for Tatum. So yeah, Halloween Havoc is Saturday night. It's going to be let's look at you like a very interesting show here on paper here. We'll run down the card here real quick. So we got, thanks to the tag match, we have 6 matches now. So we got Javon Evans at Next Division Champion Leon Slater taking on Mr. Guan La Parker from AAA. That'll probably be the opening match, and that'll be a banger.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming Javon and Leon are probably going to win that.
Is this La Parka the son of the original, or some?
I don't know if he's related to the original, but he's kind of like he's taking on he's the person who's taking on the mantle.
Right. Okay.
But that should be fun. And then we've got for the NXT Women's North American Championship, Zarya versus Blake Monroe. I'd be shocked if Blake doesn't win this match and take the title. It'd be cool to see Zarya win it, but it just makes more sense that Blake wins it, and this is going to cause more problems for Sol Ruca and Zarya.
Yeah.
Day of the Dead match for the North American Championship. Ethan Page defending against Dr. Wagner Jr. from AAA.
They're trying to make Dr. Wagner Jr. work, and
I mean, I'm sure the match will be fine, but I think Ethan's winning.
Yeah, he's not on the level of like the clown. What's the clown's name in AAA? Psycho Clown, and Mr. Iguana and Senior Mr. Iguana. On that. So, and
then Broken Rules match for the NXT Tag Team Championship as the Broken Hardys take on Dark State.
That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be cinematic. It's gonna be fun.
I heard it's not gonna be cinematic. Well, probably.
Come on!
It'd probably just be a crazy no holds barred match.
Okay, fine. I wanted a cinematic match.
No, I heard that it's like I saw something from Wrestler saying that it's not going to be a cinematic match.
Oh, okay. Well, it'll still be fun.
Then we got JC Jane defending against Tatum Paxley for the NXT Women's Championship. My heart wants Tatum, but until I assume otherwise, my head's still telling me that JC's going to somehow escape with the title again.
No, I just feel like because they're booking Tatum as a babyface and the rest of calling her heels, but Tatum's never like been heel-ish. Right?
She's not really acted like really heel-ish since she joined the Culling. So yeah, and the fans like her, so it's like and the rest of the Culling are not going to turn babyface. So it's only a matter of time before they them, especially Izzy, turn on her. So I'm pulling for the Tatum upset, but I'm not expecting it to happen. I want to be surprised if it does happen. Otherwise, JC's going to escape again. And then, of course, NXT Championship, Ricky St. Stephen get Trick Williams. Ricky's got this one. He just won the title from Obafemi. He's not going to drop it to Trick. You're going to have to win again.
For real.
It'll be a great match, though, I think.
Yeah. So what are we doing with Ethan Page now? Still Mustafa Ali?
I don't know.
Because I don't know where you go. Or is he still doing stuff with AAA? Isn't that what Ethan's doing right now?
Yeah, it seems like it's a crossover thing with AAA. We'll see what happens after, because I'm wondering who's going to take the North American title from him eventually.
I don't know.
What'd you make of the backstage segment where Josh Briggs was like ripping into Tavion and Miles Bourne?
Just they're trying. I get it. He doesn't.
I know they're trying, but he's not working for me either, bro.
That's just you see what I'm seeing,
right?
And I want everyone to work, because if it doesn't work, we know what the inevitable is, and I don't want that for anyone. Right. Because I know they're putting their heart and soul into it, because you can tell what Briggs is doing. He is doing the work.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not translating to charisma.
Yeah.
Ish. I don't
Hopefully
know.
It leads for good things for Tavion and Miles, because we both love those guys. So
yes. Yeah. And Zach, really? You got Zachary Wentz in there for a cup of coffee?
I know. I was like, I knew you weren't going to be happy that he
I held back, but I can't help it. You have Zachary Wentz on your show, and you do a speed.
You love the Rascals; they're your boys, so I understand.
What are we doing here? I need Zachary Wentz for not a speed match, even though speed matches is why they booked it, because Zachary Wentz would be amazing for a type of speed for a speed match. But I don't know. I just don't bring him in for a cup of coffee. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. So I'm not going to be able to watch Halloween Havoc live. A friend's having a birthday party this Saturday night, so I will catch it when I get home later that evening.
Yeah, I pretty much will be too, because the Louisville game is that evening as well. So I'll be watching my Cardinals.
But I think Halloween Havoc is going to be a pretty good show.
Halloween Havoc's always fun. Nice.
I appreciate that they got some Halloween theme matches, like the Broken Hardys with the Broken Rules match and the Day of the Dead match. So
yeah. They always did. I mean, they always brought out I wonder who's, going to replace Shotzi as like she always used to be a part of all that stuff.
The NXT YouTube channel uploaded the Halloween from Halloween Havoc 2 years ago. Roxanne versus Kiana James in I think it was a street fight.
It wasn't the cage match, was it?
No. The street fight was good. It was the cage match that came after that. That was bad.
No, yeah, don't move. I tried.
It was a doubles playground match. It was just basically like a street fight. Anything goes.
That's always the one that steel cage match is always the one where I'm like
that traumatized. That you still that.
I just like you just that one just D of all the ace that you have, and I'm just like, what happened? I want to leave my memory on that, but yeah, I know it looks like a good card.
Yep.
Now if we can just make something of these injuries and pivot correctly, and be interesting to see what they do with Survivor Series, because right now you're gonna keep digging yourself a hole with the way you've set up storylines now for the men's War Games. Mm-hmm. So you might be getting in yourself on that one. But other shows we got going on. So I know we said yesterday that we were going to do Bracket Bitches tomorrow as far as going over and celebrating. Shout out to Drunk Prayer. A link to Discord is down below if you want to join into all of that. We do always bracket challenges, the sports. We're just wrapped up WNBA. We have a winner there. We just launched MLS. And obviously we'll be doing NFL and March Madness as well. But we always like to do shows, get you all involved with it, see who's in the standings, comment, all that stuff as we go live for that. That will be Sunday at 8 o'clock Central or around that time as we go over that show there. And then on Monday, myself and Tushka will be going over and helping you all with your fantasy teams as you either get into the second half of the season with wins and momentum, or you need some tips on how to reverse your situation and get better and win your championships. We always go live at 9 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern there. And then on Wednesdays, we wrap up the week that is in sports like we do on tonight as we wrap up the week that is in wrestling. We have Rev Sports wrap it up over there for everyone there, so we can come over there and we talk about all the sports that happened, or at least we try to turn up all of these stuff. Obviously, with the big FBI drop arresting Hall of Famer Chauncey Billups and guard Terry Rozier in a big mafia poker fixing NBA games probe.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys have a lot to say about that.
So so join us join us Wednesday as we give myself, Sol, and Tushka give our thoughts on that and anything else crazy enough that's going on in the world of sports. Mm-hmm. And we've got a World Series, Justin. We've got a World Series.
Didn't want to root for the Blue Jays, but I'm hoping that they take down the Dodgers. Well, they'll need a miracle because that Dodgers team is really hard, tough to beat.
And to close out, speaking of the World Series, I want to get your thoughts on what Shohei Ohtani did in Game 4.
He's just amazing. As much as I love Aaron Judge to death, he's one of the best players in baseball. But it's like I have to give the edge to Ohtani as he's number one. Judge is like number two right behind him because Ohtani can also pitch, and hitting 3 home runs and then pitching the way he did with like 10 strikeouts and stuff. That's insane.
Just those two stats alone is crazy enough. But the fact of while he was pitching, he only gave up 2 hits.
Yes.
And he had 3 home runs.
Yeah.
That's the most insane stat of it all. Not just the 10 strikeouts and the 3 home runs that were like bombs. I've never seen anything like it. Yeah. We've never had a Babe Ruth type player like this. And Shohei Ohtani's doing it. On that. But that about does it for us here, Justin. Thank you so much. As always, it's always a pleasure doing it with you every week. And guess what? We're going to be back next week to break down everything else.
Thank you to Caden for joining us in the chat. We appreciate it.
Thank you for that. And we'll be back here next week at the same time, 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central. And we're out of here. Hopefully, the Smackdown get a little bit better. You're almost there, though. And AEW, get your storylines right. Your in-ring orders.
Please.
See
ya.